night, we saw the departure of the Home Secretary and then chaotic scenes in the voting lobby last night over a vote on fracking. Was that critical in her stepping down today?
Yes, I think it was, Anna, because as I was saying, even in the afternoon, yesterday afternoon, when I was talking to senior party figures, there was a sense that Sir Graham Brady, the chair of the Backbench 22 committee, didn't want to cause more turmoil in the run-up to that critical fiscal statement. That was sort of mid-afternoon yesterday. And then the thing that really undid the whole precipice, or everything hanging on that precipice, and tipped it over the edge was that fracking vote. And it's always the things that sometimes catch you out. But the chaos around, was it a confidence or not vote or not, and all of those MPs getting agitated in the lobbies, and it just seemed that this government just wasn't functioning. It wasn't fit for purpose, and I think that has triggered many MPs to say enough is enough. As we know, there's already been 16 letters in. Graham Brady has been in there today. The Deputy Prime Minister, Trace Coffey, has been in. Jake Berry, the party chair, has been in. They've had a meeting. It's over for Liz Truss. According to my source, she's going to have to step down. It's absolutely extraordinary. She has been in post for 6 weeks.
So your sources suggesting that Liz Truss is about to emerge from Downing Street to announce her resignation. If that is the case, Beth, the big question is, what next?
That absolutely is the case, Anna, and I don't have an answer on what's next. And that was one of the things that was keeping Liz Truss in number 10, that MPs just simply couldn't decide on who should replace her. There has been talk, one minister, and this was someone that backed Liz Truss, I should say, said that there should be a Rishi Sunak-Penny Mordaunt deal where they take over. Grant Shapps might fancy himself for the job. Jeremy Hunt, Suella Braverman certainly fancies herself on the right of the party. And the question for the Conservatives is, how do they have an orderly handover of power? Maybe we will learn a bit more of that today. There were lots of discussions about whether they would lift the nominations to say 100, 120 MPs in order to get on the voting ballot in order to stand as a candidate. There was some talk about whether Sir Graham would try and not rig that, but set the bar so high that effectively you got a unity candidate. Because I think there is a sense from MPs that they don't. I can feel everyone's getting quite jittery now as we wait for the Prime Minister to come out. But there was a sense from MPs that they don't want to have a long drawn-out contest. They can't have a 2-month contest. Again, that much is clear. There's a question about what do they do with the membership. You'll remember, it wasn't Liz Truss, it was Rishi Sunak that run with MPs. Liz Truss was the choice of the party members, and I think that the government, the governing party, the Conservative Party, will want a short contest. They might even want to anoint a successor. But Anna, this party is so divided that I'm not clear about how easy that process will be.
And the context for this, Beth, as we await the Prime Minister, running 3 minutes late at the moment, it was due to happen at 1:30. Let me just remind people of the context, or let you remind people of the context. Not just a political crisis here, but there has been a markets crisis as well, and the markets, no doubt, watching very closely too.
Yes, the markets are watching closely, but you'll remember, Anna, that when Ashton's coming out, let's listen in.
I came into office at a time of great economic and international instability. Families and businesses were worried about how to pay their bills. Putin's illegal war in Ukraine threatens the security of our whole continent, and our country has been held back for too long by low economic growth. I was elected by the Conservative Party with a mandate to change this. We delivered on energy bills and on cutting national insurance. And we set out a vision for a low-tax, high-growth economy that would take advantage of the freedoms of Brexit. I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party. This morning I met the chairman of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady. We've agreed that there will be a leadership election to be completed within the next week. This will ensure that we remain on a path to deliver our fiscal plans and maintain our country's economic stability and national security. I will remain as Prime Minister until a successor has been chosen. Thank you.
And so, Liz Truss announcing her resignation as Prime Minister after just 6 weeks in office. Our political editor, Beth Rigby, was listening to that statement. So, Beth, what did you make of it?
Well, it was short and to the point, Anna, wasn't it? She, the Prime Minister, said, I cannot deliver the mandate for which I have been elected. I have spoken to the King. I've notified him I'm resigning. This morning she met with Graham Brady and she says that she and the chair of the 1922 party has agreed that the leadership election will be completed within the next week. Absolutely breakneck speed. So they wanted to keep her in post until that fiscal statement. Clear that she could not survive, that she literally could not manage or lead the party even for a couple of weeks longer. And they have decided between them that Liz Truss has to go. She stood down. We will have a new Prime Minister within a week. By the end of next week, Liz Truss is saying there will be a new Prime Minister.